You want to know how to hit longer, straighter, much better drives by having the correct tempo in your golf swing. Hi everyone, my name is James Robinson. Welcome back to Get Good at Golf. On this channel we aim to help you get good at golf just one day at a time. So a lot of people when they play golf get told, you know what guys, we want a really nice quick downswing because that's how we create club head speed. That's how we create distance and that's how we hit it a long way. But you want a really nice slow backswing because you need a slow backswing to make sure you're getting all the correct positions, to make sure you're in the correct position at the top of the backswing, and then from there, go. And that kind of makes you think, well, that really doesn't make much sense, does it? Because if you were going to load up a spring, if you were going to coil anything, the last thing you would do is think, right, I'm going to go nice and slow. I know I'm in the correct positions here. I'm in the best position at the top, and then go. You can see that that's not going to work out very good for you. Generally what happens there is people tend to leave the face open, they tend to lose the sequence on the way down, so that kinematic sequencing of all your body parts, which we speak about quite a lot on this channel. So what I prefer to see is a nice, I'm not going to say a fast backswing or a fast takeaway, because that doesn't help anyone, but it needs to be just a nice rhythm where you can get yourself to set at the correct position at the top of the backswing, but you've also got a little bit of speed in there. You look at all the best drivers of the golf ball, be it high handicap, mid handicap, low handicap, even tour pros, it's never a really slow backswing. You might be thinking, James, what about Matsuyama? What about all these great players who do have a little bit of a pause at the top of the backswing? So Matsuyama is a great example because he does have a pause, but it's not this, and then a pause. It's a nice kind of positional backswing takeaway, then a pause, and then a hit. And you can see there, that's straight down the middle of the fairway, but I've still made sure my rhythm and tempo loads up to be correct. The problem with having a really slow takeaway is that you never really engage yourself to then start a quick downswing. So you might go slow, and then you see there, that's really heely. It's come out a bit lower. I've come massively over the top of that because I lost the sequence and I've attacked that then with my shoulders. Whereas if you have a really good tempo on the way back, you're more likely to start the downswing with the correct movements, with the correct body parts, such as the lower body, then allow the torso to rotate, allow the club to release properly, and actually hit much longer, straighter, better drives. Now, what about if you say, right, James, well, I just want to make sure that I'm going to have the best club head speed possible. So I'm going to make sure that I'm still going to take it back slowly, but I'm going to make sure I move all the different body parts in the right order. That's still not going to work because you need to have some kind of speed to move away from. You need to get those body parts working quickly so then you can reenact that on the way down. Don't get me wrong, the backswing isn't going to be as quick as the downswing. I could feel a bit of kind of lag in the shaft there, but it does need to be a place where you can get a change in tempo, a change in direction. If you don't have a change in direction, you're going to really struggle to create that speed that refers to the club head speed, that then refers to the ball speed, that gets the ball a long way down the fairway. So a nice ideal world here, I'm going to take it away with a bit of speed, but I'm still going to have the sequence I want to have, and then from there, I unleash the downswing in the reverse sequence. Just like that one. That's one of the best drives I can physically hit, and that is how you have tempo in the backswing. Guys, Chris is now going to throw a couple of drills at us to really help you get a better tempo, to help you get better drives. Make sure you hit that subscribe button if this is helping.
So perfect points there from James as always. So he's talked about the backswing and not being too quick. So we need to think about there, what does it mean by not being too quick, not being too slow? So we like to think of it as 8 out of 10, or I do. And when I've been on the European Tour, on the main tour, at major events...
Playing on the European Tour?
Definitely not playing. I do take that back if that's what I said. But what I've seen is that people swing in balance. So they're swinging in balance, they're not 10 out of 10, and they're not thinking it's a 3/4 swing. But when we say 8 out of 10, that's so it's in balance, they can stay in their posture, and it's much easier for your tour pros then to hit the centre of the face. It's very unlikely if you watch the PGA Tour at the weekend that you'll see anybody hit a drive and they're either going like this and then hitting it and falling over. But if you stand on the first tee at your golf club and on a Saturday medal, watch 100 golfers, I'm going to say probably 95 of them will be out of balance. You'll see them either fall forwards, fall backwards, never get the ball away just like they should. So what we want you to start to do is have that kind of routine that even in your practice swing, I'm going to be swinging and trying to do exactly what I want in the golf swing. So I'm going to be swinging 8 out of 10. That to me is in balance. I can hold my finish. I can then move that into the ball. So how do we find your 8 out of 10? And that's what we want to do for you. We want to find out what is your maximum speed you can swing at in tempo to be able to get a centered strike. And you can do this on the driving range. So get there with your driver. We know everybody on the driving range loves to just hit driver, a couple of chips. Right, I'll hit 98 drivers out of my 100 balls. So you can get on there and start to see, if I ask you to just hit me a driver 130 yards, I would very much see you get on there, go, right, okay, I just want to go normal swing, but nice and smooth. And you see there, that started down the middle, a nice soft draw. It's got me on the fairway.
You should do that more often.
I probably should do that more often. That is on the fairway, that is down the middle. You say, well, that's easy, I can hit a driver 130 yards, but I need to hit it 300 yards. But what you then want to do is obviously start to build that up. So maybe hit 5 drives trying to hit it 130 and then go, okay, do you know what, I'm going to put a little bit more speed into this one. I'm going to try and hit this one 200. So I'm in here now a little bit quicker. All right. Bullet straight out of the centre of the face, and I would say that's easily gone 200 yards, but I've not had to put really any kind of effort in it. And when you watch, again, the PGA Tour at the weekend, or you watch any kind of golf, it always looks effortless. If you've ever been to a tour event, if you've ever been to any kind of golf event, you'll think they make it look easy because they're always in balance, they're not putting much effort in, they're not out of breath. You know, we see Pete on the first tee on a Saturday morning who's got the driver out, he's had 10 practice swings like this, and then he's over the ball, comes off, sweating, takes his hat off, a little bit of a dab of sweat.
Who's Pete?
I don't know who Pete is, but Pete, if you're out there, this is about you. So you'll see that they're tired. You know, you've put a lot of effort in and you've not probably got the results. You've probably still hit that driver 200 yards, it's in the trees, you're blocked out, you're playing or you're scrambling for a bogey already. So once you've done that and you've got a 130 yard shot, you've got you've got a 200 yard shot, let's then start to see where your maximum is. So I want to now swing in balance, but try and put as much speed as I can where I feel like I'm in control. Okay, so not my best shot there, that has turned over to the left. We can see I've not got through to my finish, so that there I've gone a little bit past my optimum swing speed, so that's then put me out of position. I've not got control of the club face, so I can go, right, I need to put another ball down now, slow it back down and start to see where my optimum is. Once you've done that, when you come out onto the golf course, that's what wants to be seen. So in my practice swing, I'm going to smooth it out. Yeah, nice and easy to get to that finish. Then we want to think about your routine. So the routine, we've picked our line, we've picked our target in front. We then come in, and we want to be setting up, swing, nice and smooth, 8 out of 10. Hold your finish and give yourself the feedback from this finish position. So am I turned through to target? Am I in this strong, solid position? Or is my body here and I'm angled a little bit back like I was on that shot? Right, I know there I've put too much speed into it. My hands and arms have taken over. I've not completed my turn, and that's not going to help me get good at golf. So give yourself this a go on the driving range. Start to practice 100 golf balls. Start to find your optimum, and you will get good at golf.